Now, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We had a wonderful tech discussion last week, and of course, we had to have an encore. Now, we have Blessing Manafa. She's a highly enthusiastic and motivated data analyst with particular interest in marketing communications, strategic partnerships, and business development. And today, we're discussing digital literacy. What is Africa doing with technology? It is great to have you, Blessing. You're welcome.
Here. Hi,
Happy birthday in arrears, by the way.
Thank you.
It was a birthday yesterday.
2 days ago, actually.
2 days ago. How did you spend? How did it go?
To be honest, well, I think that, when you get older, you feel like, what's special about my birthday? But I think it was just a feeling of gratitude. Just feel like, you've come quite a long way in your own way. And, you're just thankful for the journey. Basically.
All right. Okay, so let's get straight to it. Digital literacy. What is Africa? First of all, what is digital literacy? Because that's a topic, a term that we get to use a lot that many people do not understand exactly what it means.
Yeah, so digital literacy is basically a person's ability to navigate the digital world. And by navigating, I mean, how are you able to, find, evaluate, or communicate information on a digital platform? So it's like you have access to internet, but what actually do you know to do on the internet? So, I mean, most people, maybe you search for a movie, I want to download a movie, or I want to, find a course to learn. I want to, basically that ability to navigate that digital world to achieve a goal. So if it's I want to go to Instagram, I want to like a post, I want to, all that is digital literacy. And of course, literacy is measurable. So I know there are people who go on Instagram and all they do is scroll past. Find a nice picture, this is nice, that is nice. But realizing that there's so much more you can do with Instagram, or tapping into all that is available to you on Instagram is what digital literacy means. It's not just being a user, just a bare point user. It's like taking advantage of that platform. Like how, today people make millions of naira on Instagram and they do not have a physical shop. Or, so those are just people who, they probably do it themselves or they outsource that service to someone. So basically that is, and you see that has led to the rise of social media managers, social content creators who are not necessarily creating content for themselves, but you sell nice shoes. Let me come and take pictures of your nice shoes. Let me show it to the world in a way that anybody that has 15K to buy that shoe is going to buy. That's somebody who is taking advantage of, exactly, of what they know about the digital world. So, and that is a very key question because I was randomly having a conversation with a friend, and he pointed out how on TikTok that there's something called an algorithm, right? So there's something people say is Twitter Nigeria, there's Instagram Nigeria. Because you're in Nigeria, or whatever location you're in, you are more likely to see or interact with content in that geographical location. So if you by chance change your IP address and say, I'm in Canada, you most likely will be seeing content, people talking about
a VPN or something.
A VPN. So when you change that, you see that you'll be seeing content from that country.
From that country,
exactly.
yes.
So the conversation I was having with the friend was TikTok China is not filled with people dancing and singing. What is it filled with, right? It's filled with people repairing electronics. It's filled with people teaching people how to couple a phone in 5 minutes. It's teaching people how to write code in 2 minutes. That is that is what the Chinese government have allowed to be on China's TikTok. And not to say that
that's some sort of regulation that some people would not be comfortable with, because you're actually limiting the people to a particular
you are. The truth is there's no decision or action that doesn't have like pros and cons. So exactly. So I would say like the pro of that decision would mean that you have like more engineers, or you have more people with interest at least in
solution
engineering,
providers.
Exactly. And not to say that singing and dancing is wrong. Of course, it has opened up its own doors, especially in Africa. And I would say, what if we had a little more of educational stuff on our socials? How would that impact us?
This is quite interesting. Let's have this conversation, because as much as some markets are designed in some particular way, your personal feed, there's a way the algorithms work on social media. Okay, so like me, I recently started getting more involved with fitness, and I found out that because of the kind of posts I like, because of the kind of places I go to, my explore feed, the algorithm works in such a way that if on my first page, if there are about 20, actionable, or if there are 20 posts, about 15 of them have to do with fitness. So the algorithm in such a way also learns from what
Your
your
data.
likes are and all of that, and then it gets to
Yes.
put something together.
For
So
you.
in such a way, that tells what Africa is interested in.
That's quite true. Actually, that's quite true. And the truth is, you can't like something you don't know. So if you have to know something in order to decide whether, oh, I like this or I don't like it. So it's like you can't know what the learning opportunities are if you are not even aware of what your options would be. So basically, you went in search of fitness. Maybe you had a conversation, or you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, I want 6 packs. I want to live healthy. It was a personal decision.
That 6 packs is hard, child, by the way. But just go ahead.
But like that was a personal decision. You knew
Yeah.
about that. So imagine that you don't know you're overweight. Like, not you. Imagine someone that doesn't know they're overweight. Someone who doesn't know what to look for. So I'm just saying that what China, I would say, has put in place in TikTok on their case is that you just stumble on a platform and you're like, I don't know what I want to do. And you say, oh, this looks nice. He's putting a phone together. Basically, you are presented with learning options.
So by default, that's what I was now saying.
Yeah, you begin
by
to.
Default, yeah.
So I think I actually like fashion design. I'm just saying, like, that they have presented some form of option. So I would say,
Exactly. What are we doing? That's the question
so we've
now.
sort of been put in the, if you're not singing, if you're not dancing, if you're not. But I mean, there are other spheres like cooking. A lot of people have, ventured into cooking. People are teaching people courses, how to do data analysis. But I mean, if you put that on the sphere of what kind of content do we see more? We would all.
And one other thing is that even content creators like you, who are maybe involved in tech, in automobile, in other industries, they are now forced, in quote, to put out their content via dancing. So
Exactly.
they have to now, even when they're talking about tech stuff,
to
they have
be
to find a way to
Exactly.
dance and make it kind of fun, because maybe that's what we understand.
And I mean, it's not a bad thing. I have to say,
It
it's
is
not
not,
wrong.
yeah.
It's not wrong. It's just, I mean, if you want to compete on like world's level, want to see what is the world doing versus what is Africa doing. I mean, I've talked to people who did not know their iPhones could edit their own pictures without downloading an app, or people who didn't know how to join a Zoom call or how to mute their call. So the point is, it trickles down. Digital literacy trickles down. It's not just social media, engaging with social media. It's your day-to-day, or you want to calculate something and you have to use paper. You don't know that there's a calculator on your phone. There are a lot of, I don't think people or Nigerians or Africans are taking advantage of, the full scope of what is even available. We might say we don't have much, fair, but what we do have, the question is, what have we done with those things? Okay, you have a laptop that can't do everything, but the one that it can actually, get done. Can you code? What are your interests? Have you taken advantage of those things that your current equipment can do?
No, all of us now, it's camera quality that's the most important to all of us.
But there is so much more.
There's so much more.
That's my.
I wish we had so much time. We just have to round up. But Africa is still, can we say technologically, still an emerging market?
Yes, definitely,
It
because
is
we're going to see a
market.
rise in investors, people coming in to take advantage of the market, and yeah, definitely. So it's an onward journey. To be honest, there's no going back.
All right, thank you so much for
Thank
putting
you for having me
down
again.
digital literacy. I hope you're able to pick something out from it. Blessing, it was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
All right, that's it. There's a whole lot more to come on the show. Stay with us. We will be back after this.